on Monday. And up next, we have Lindsey Singer with Colorado Rising Action. Lindsey, how are you this fine afternoon?
I'm doing well. Happy Thursday.
Hey, it's great to have you back on the program. Hey, Lindsey, we get new listeners in and out. Why don't you go ahead and tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Colorado Rising Action?
Oh, sure. So Colorado Rising Action, for anyone who doesn't know, is a conservative organization, and we're focused on tracking candidates and Democrat organizations. We have a big research and war room, and then we do rapid response communication. So I'm the communications director. I have a lot of experience doing communications, both political and otherwise. I spent a lot of time in the Montana legislature, and I'm from Boulder, grew up there, and back here in Colorado.
Now, hold it.
Snowy Colorado.
Wait, hold it. Now, would you consider, are you a millennial or are you older than that?
Technically, I'm a millennial, I guess, but I'm on the older side,
Yeah,
and I would never consider myself. I would never call myself that.
Okay, I would never. But we got an idea now about how old you. So, how in the world did you ever come out of Boulder and be more conservative than you're not a crazy liberal? I mean, how'd that happen?
I get that question a lot, and good parenting, I guess.
There you go. Great answer. Absolutely great answer. So, Lindsey, before we talk about what's going on down in Denver at the Golden Dome, what did you think of President Trump's State of the Union speech on Tuesday?
Yeah, so if I was there, I would have given it a standing ovation. And most Americans agree with me because 76% polled approved of the speech. And an incredible number, 82% of registered independents approved. So,
say that again?
82% of registered independents in this poll,
wow.
Which I think was a CBS poll.
Wow, that's amazing news. I had not heard that. They're hiding that information, aren't they? That has not been anywhere.
Yeah, if you watch you watch or read most of the news coverage, you'd think it was split 50-50, Democrats and Republicans. But really, the message that Trump gave really resonated with people in a nonpartisan way.
That's amazing. That is a great bit of news right there. I'm really, really glad to hear that. And like you, I thought the speech was absolutely phenomenal. I thought he was very presidential. I also thought he was very tactful and political in the way that he really manipulated the audience. I was totally thrilled with the speech and the outcome of it.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. One of my takeaways was it really showed the best of America at certain times, including when everyone sang happy birthday to a Holocaust survivor who also survived the synagogue shooting in Pennsylvania. And to me, that, people honoring history, honoring this person's life and what it means. And then it really also showed the worst of America, which is when the Democrats, their whole shtick, and the fact that they only clapped for themselves. Yeah. Instead of, Trump listed a bunch of accomplishments, which we can talk about, that he's achieved in spite of all the noise that happens every day. But the Democrats only cheered when it was for themselves.
That's a great observation. And you also noticed how they quickly, after they were cheering for themselves, they would quickly sit down when it came to, trying to protect the unborn.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they can't applaud for that. They can't applaud for America being energy self-sufficient. They can't applaud for record low unemployment in the black community, in the Hispanic community, in people with disabilities have record low unemployment. All these things are so good and just things that everyone can get behind. But the fact that it's Donald Trump saying it means they have to sit there with their arms crossed and a sneer on their faces.
Lindsey, it really does prove that they want this section of our community, our citizenry, they want them to be victims. They want them to feel the victim status, so they can be the ones that they have to go to, and that gives them power, and that keeps them in office.
Yeah, I agree with that. Democrats see America as a place filled with boundaries, and they're boundaries that they put on themselves. I'm a woman, so I can't do this or that, and they're boundaries that they put on others, like boxes that they put people in. And Republicans really see America as a place filled with possibilities. If government would just get out of the way, the possibilities are endless.
Let me ask you this, and I bet you 100% I know the answer to this. So do you wake up in the morning and go, ah, crap, I'm a woman. I won't get anything done today. I'm not going to accomplish anything. I'll never succeed. Do you wake up like that every day?
I have never woken up like that. And I think every one of us is so fortunate just having been born in America.
Amen.
And the fact that I'm a woman, I've been fortunate in my life, and I think that any woman born in America is far more fortunate than many people around the world. So I think we need to look at it that way, take all the possibilities we're given and run with that instead of seeing obstacles.
Great point. Okay, Lindsey, so what's going on down at the Golden Dome we should be aware of?
Yeah, okay. So in the next week or two, I'm guessing the Democrats are going to put out some of their energy legislation. So we're going to be watching for that. It'll be interesting. We don't know. There's no real idea of what's going to be in it yet. But Casey Becker, the Speaker of the House, says that setbacks, we're anticipating sort of them to try setbacks again because it didn't work on the ballot. So she's saying that they're not going to include that, but we know a lot of other Democrats want that to be in there. So we'll see about that. Will it be enough? Will anything they do be enough for the extreme liberal activists? We'll have to see how that plays out. But Casey Becker is saying they want more local control and tougher quality standards, and that's what it's going to focus on. But I know there's a lot of disagreement within the Democrats on how to go forward with this, so we'll see.
It'll be really interesting because, I can see them, they are in control, they are in power, they need to be able to go campaign saying that they did something in the energy sector. But on the other hand, and John's praying for this too, is there enough reason and logic left in the Democrat Party to not destroy a huge sector of the Colorado economy? Yeah,
right. Their problem right now is that they do have all the control. So, things that they've run on, they actually would, if they pass it now, they would actually have to enact it, and they would have real consequences instead of just, grandstanding and politicking. So,
well, exactly.
Hopefully they'll be a little more cautious of that. And it's positive that Speaker Becker is saying that, she seems at least a little bit more reserved on that front.
Good. Let's hope.
Yeah, and then one other thing, if we have a minute.
Sure.
So the Colorado Sun had a good piece about the READ Act, and this was a piece of legislation passed 6 years ago that was supposed to help improve reading, bring kids up to their grade level in reading around the state, and it was, going to give some aid to help improve the reading levels. And so in 6 years, we put $231 million into this program, and there has not been a single improvement in reading scores. So I think if you're interested in this topic, go to the Colorado Sun. It was a long article, and I thought it was really good, well written. And the issue here is that Democrats are saying the solution to this is more money and more time. We just haven't put enough money in to make sure it works, or we just haven't given this enough time. But that is ridiculous. So I think that's something we need to watch out for this session as well.
But you know what? It also shows that our side's right on this, that you just can't keep throwing money at it. That's not the solution.
Yeah.
And that's what to do. Cassie, if you get a chance, can you find that article? Maybe we can talk about that tomorrow when John gets back. I know that's one of John's big issues. Thanks for the heads up on that one. Lindsey, that's really good information for us. So, okay, Lindsey, so if people want to learn more about Colorado Rising Action, where do they go?
ColoradoRisingAction.org. You can sign up to receive our emails. We're also on Facebook at Colorado Rising Action and Twitter.
All righty, Lindsey, thank you very, very much, and we'll look forward to talking to you again next week.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. All right, Lindsey Singer, Colorado Rising Action. Okay, so